So the whole Amazon streaming game service that's going to be coming later this year or next year, whenever they decide to roll it out, it's probably going to follow in the same route as Stadia. Honestly, it's just something people don't want. People want consoles in their house. It's just the way it's always been, guys. But okay, it's not off to a good start though. Today, they announced that Crucible, one of these games that they were working on for a very long time, one that I beta tested for a significant amount of time, is shutting down. And this is really, really frustrating because they really had something good here. And they blew it. They just blew it. I don't know what... There's so many reasons why this game failed. But let's first take a look at the final Crucible developer update, dated October 9th. And it basically goes on to say that in July, they moved the game into a closed beta. They released a roadmap. Then the game went out. People didn't like it. They pulled it back into beta, and they decided that they're going to just ultimately pull the plug. If you bought the game, if you bought any of the DLCs, they're going to give you all your money back, and they're shutting the servers down after a limited fan fest celebration in early November. And then this game goes poof, and so long to Crucible. It sucks. As I mentioned, I beta tested this game. I don't talk a lot about the stuff I do, but seeing as there's nothing to like talk about anymore, like in terms of like legal stuff, I might as well just air it out. I work as part of one of the many hats that I wear on this beautiful balding head. Although I gotta say, with my hair growing out, I mean, we're getting there. But one of the many hats that I wear is beta tester. And I work with a couple different companies where we do beta testing. And I did a significant amount of paid beta testing with this game. And I didn't disclose anything until, obviously I could. And I saw the development cycle. I talked with the developers. I filled out surveys. I played closed sessions with developers and talked through things with them. Not that I'm so scary good at what I do. I am a very passionate gamer. But I think my criticisms were criticisms anybody who was interested in this category of game would probably have made. And to their credit, the developers did listen to a lot of the stuff that me and other beta testers that I've worked with pretty closely over the past 5 years have said. They listened to us. The odd thing was this game seemed to be at odds with itself. And although I really enjoyed the characters and the gameplay was refreshing, and it had a kind of PvPvE element to it, as it was kind of being, built up and ready to be released. Amazon, one of the largest advertising entities in the world, probably second to Google at this point, who has access to pretty much every device in my home, whether it be my Fire TV, Alexa, all the apps I use. I'm constantly on Amazon buying things. Pretty much everything in this room that's technology related, my headphones, my microphone, my pop filter, my lamp, all via Amazon. Despite all that infinite reach they have into Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, this game received no advertising. None. It just showed up one day. And I was actually working with some of the developers at the time when it launched, and they were almost as shocked as I was. I was like, wait, what? And then they announced it was going to be free to play, and I was like, oh, cool. I thought we were going to have to pay for it. And they're like, no, we transitioned at the last minute. We're going to do the season pass. They threw out all these really dopey skins and this kind of pseudo battle pass system, and it just seemed like somebody came in at the 11th hour. And they're like, we're not paying any more money for this. Just develop it now and send it out. And they really sent this game out to die before it got to be polished. It was built, very well. The foundation of the game was phenomenal. The tick rate was great. I didn't have any disconnects. The objectives were clear. The characters were fun. The sound effects were great. Everything was starting to come along. It just needed a little more time in the oven. But apparently Amazon decided that it wasn't in the cards. And they released it early and it died. And that's it. It's gone. Crucible's gone forever. And I miss it. I feel bad, it shouldn't be that way. These games that, I really do feel for the developers, a lot of whom that I befriended as a result of this because I got to know them so much playing and talking with them. But I mean, it's no doubt, it's no surprise when a game comes out and then uncomes out, like the Culling 2, for example. It's no surprise that this is not going to work. Games don't do that. Sony doesn't release God of War and then go, wait, send all the discs back in. We don't like it. We'll see you again in a couple months. Obviously not, right? But it's just unfortunate, If this doesn't spell doom and gloom for Amazon's upcoming streaming service, where, they're going to have to compete with the likes of powerhouses like PlayStation and Nintendo, and hopefully with now the acquisition of Bethesda, Microsoft, where these platforms are going to be releasing major titles exclusive to their specific brand. If you're going to want to compete with that Google, or you're going to want to compete with that Amazon, you need to have your own specific thing that is unique to you, that is available on your platform. Now, Crucible was available on Steam, but it was an Amazon-funded game. It was under that Amazon development umbrella. And they've done other games too. This isn't the only one, but this is definitely the one that leaves the biggest egg on their face for sure. I'll be really curious to see going forward how Amazon handles their streaming service. If this is the sign of things to come, if we're going to look at this and say, well, Amazon clearly can make games. Crucible was fun. It scaled very well. It had all the right elements minus the polish. You can make games, but are you going to back them in 3, 6, 9 months? Are you going to make it a worthwhile investment? I bought the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season Pass 2. Was it 2 or 3 I bought? I don't remember the season, but I bought it with confidence. I didn't buy all of them. It was just something I really wanted for this particular season. I bought it with confidence because, 1, I knew the game wasn't going anywhere. But 2, I knew that there was a quality investment there, and I knew I would get my fun out of the game. I knew the game wasn't going to die in a month or two. And based on, the fact that we have Black Ops coming out soon, which I think it's going to be trash, honestly, based on all the stuff I've seen. Despite the fact I'm excited for it, apparently the beta isn't that great. And I'll have another video on that probably on Monday or Tuesday talking about that. But, I bought that with confidence and I felt like empowered that it was good. If you're going to make me buy a battle pass, if your whole claim to fame, if the way you're going to build in currency is a battle pass, you can't be pulling crap like this, Amazon. You can't say, well, you know what? The game isn't working out. We're done. Now, thankfully, in this case, they are giving their money back, people money back and stuff. But you got to stand by your product. You got to support it. You got to have a roadmap, and you got to think 10 moves ahead. Having a battle pass, it doesn't mean anything anymore. That's a dime a dozen. Everybody's doing it. You got to make it stand out. You have to make it something people are talking about. And Crucible just never got that chance to get started. They never had a good player base. They weren't advertised. People didn't know it was coming out. The developers didn't know it was coming out. Beta testers didn't know it was coming out. It just kind of just popped out one day, and it died a very painful, long, very probably expensive death. Not once, but twice. So just a sad state of affairs. But I wanted to do this video, one, as I feel bad to Crucible, but 2, as a kind of warning to anybody who's interested in this upcoming Amazon product. If this is the way, guys, if this is the way they're going to treat their developers, and this is the way you can expect Amazon quality products to come out, then you know what? Maybe it's not worth your money. I'm definitely skipping on Amazon, and I was planning on doing it already, but after seeing news like this, I think they've lost a lot of momentum going forward. Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.